The moment wasn't too big for the Aztecs, but the opponent was, as the Huskies proved to be the big dogs in the NCAA championship game. Good evening and welcome to this special edition of CBS 8 News. I'm Carlo Cicchetto.
I'm Marcella Lee. No matter the finish, the run was historic. For the first time in history, the San Diego State men's team made it to the Final Four and then the championship. Tonight we have team coverage from Houston and all around San Diego County.
Oh, San Diego, no one can take this from us. This was absolutely, by far, the best season ever for the San Diego State University Aztecs, and we are so incredibly proud of you. They really brought our entire community together, just black and red, have flooded our streets lately. Again, this has been an incredible season, not quite the outcome that we wanted. Of course, fans here are clearing out. We, of course, were hoping to rush the court and just make it so exciting, but again, we made it to the final NCAA National Championship game. So 12,000 people fit here in Viejas Arena. It was jam-packed, even at capacity before tip-off. Some fans were a little bit unruly. We'll get into that in just a minute, but SDSU, we are so proud of you.
Kayla, how do you feel right now? The Aztecs lost, but
they lost, but you know, I'm always going to be proud to be an Aztec for life, and they tried their best, so that's all we can ask for.
It was a hell of a run. What do you think about all of this? I mean, it's historic anyway.
I know, it's historic. Their first time in a championship. I'm so happy to have watched that and been a part of history. Go Aztecs!
How do you think Aztecs, San Diego State, all students, how do you think you guys are going to feel tomorrow? Are you guys going to be just full of pride or still sad or what?
Well, I'm hoping a lot of professors cancel class. That's my first hope. But, you know, I think we're still supporting them, and then we'll welcome them back once they come home. So.
Any parting words? If you could talk to the team directly in the locker room right now, what would you say?
I'm so proud of you. You did great. You made it all the way to Houston, and SDSU is so proud of you. So, it's great work. Go Aztecs.
We're here at Dirty Birds in the college area where everyone has really just been on the edge of their seats throughout this game, really just holding their breath, hoping for the best, hoping the Aztecs might pull through. But you can hear them cheering. They're still so proud of this team. Such a historic season, such a great run, and just really so proud. But heavy hearts down here tonight. We'll have more from the college area coming up.
Win or lose, it's been an incredible run for the Aztecs this season, and I want to show you the size of the crowds here at Novo Brazilian Brewing in Chula Vista. They made it to the national championship, and these fans were so pumped up the entire evening. The Aztecs surpassed all the odds, and while it may not have been the outcome that fans had hoped for, no one can deny the team has the talent, unrelenting determination, and the confidence to go up against any opponent. Now, we talked to a lot of fans here this evening. So many of them thought that the Aztecs were going to pull through. Obviously, that's not what happened, but they say they are still so proud of their team.
When they brought it to within 5 points.
Oh, we all thought, here we go. Here we go. We're used to coming from behind.
You know, this Aztecs team really went where none had gone before, but they couldn't quite get to the very top.
Marcus Greaves is here early tonight with the first look at the highlights. And Marcus, UConn was just a tough matchup for this team.
It was tough, though, because I think right out of the gate we kind of saw San Diego State. It wasn't, like you said, it wasn't too big of a moment for them. It's just the opponent. I mean, UConn was really good. And I want everybody to understand that for a second, because UConn was very, very good. They beat everybody by double digits. So keep that in mind. San Diego State played a great game, but like we all saw, the game didn't go how we all wanted, but the Aztecs gave them everything they had. And they, like I said, they started off the game hot, knocking down their first 4 shots. But I think for the first time all tournament long, the Aztecs had a hard time with the size of the Huskies and trying to slow them down on offense. In the first half, the Huskies exploded for a 16-2 run that really put the Aztecs behind, and then from there on, they were trying to play catch-up all game long. But in the second half, we saw the Aztecs that we were accustomed to. They were making it tough. They fought back and made it a single-digit game. But ultimately, the Huskies made the plays down the stretch and walked away with the win, 76-59. It was really tough, Carlo and Marcella, but the big thing is that it's okay, because this is what unfortunately, this is what happens when you go up against one of the best teams in the country and only one team could walk away victorious. Unfortunately, it wasn't the Aztecs. So coming up in sports, we'll hear from inside the locker room with Jake and John. And on top of that, we'll have the full highlights. But it's just tough. So Carlo and Marcelo, I'll send it back to you. It was a tough one, but they gave it everything they had.
Sure did.
Just remember, this is the first Final Four and championship final for them. The first of many. Like, they're building the program. That's what's going on here. Exactly. They've been here. Viejas Arena can hold more than 12,000 people, and it was packed tonight. In fact, they had to turn people away because they were at capacity.
Just amazing support. Students, alumni, and other Aztecs fans gathered to watch the game together. But things did get off to a rough start. Our Jenny Day, an Aztec alum, is there live. Jenny?
Yes, a proud San Diegan, a proud Aztec, so certainly not the outcome that we wanted, but we can be so proud. This is the best season in all of SDSU Aztec history. So tonight history was made. This is really where it all got started here at Viejas, where we went and advanced to the Elite Eight, the Final Four, and then the final championship game. Boy, we didn't know the outcome. It's very quiet here outside of Viejas, but certainly not the case earlier. I want to point this out real quick before we show you some video from earlier. Before tip-off, again, before the game even started, Viejas was at capacity. It holds 12,000 people, and fans made it over these gates, really just kind of bombarded security here. Hundreds of fans jumped over these walls and then opened the doors here at Viejas, let their friends in, and then again bypass security. So really just kind of some unruly fans earlier, but a lot of excitement. They were, of course, sad that many had to be turned away, and a very large law enforcement presence. We saw police agencies from Chula Vista and El Cajon. They were in full riot gear, but again, they have since left. They said all is quiet on campus. A block party was even planned regardless of the outcome, but that was canceled given kind of the crowd earlier. Roads near campus like Montezuma, College Ave, 55th were all closed to make room for the crowds and the controlled chaos, but again, it does seem peaceful at this hour. Hopefully we can just celebrate responsibly. Still just an incredible season. What a time for students attending SDSU right now. The closer that we got to campus as we drove in, you could see banners hanging from the fraternities and sororities. The big screen said, "The time is now." Students really just beaming with pride for their school. So SDSU's success again has really brought our entire community together. What a time for San Diego sports. Again, I am a local, I am an Aztec, so I know this one hurts, but truly just something to be proud of. So we are live out here at a very quiet Viejas, but SDSU, we're incredibly proud of you. Go Aztecs.
Thanks, Jenny. Good news that it's quiet out there now, because the way things started, they could have gotten sideways pretty quick.
No.
Definitely.
Everyone behaving. Thanks so much, Jenny. Just very sad.
Very, very sad, but I'm just glad that the initial start, some of the things we saw out there were troublesome. Lots of people in a small space trying to rush in. It could have gone bad. Fortunately, people backed off and it seemed to end okay, so hopefully we learned something from this. This was history, school history, but after the sting of tonight's loss wears off, this is going to be remembered for a remarkable run, this team. CBS 8's Richard Allen is here now with some of the highlights from this epic season. Richard.
And Carlo and Marcelo, the Aztecs gave it their all tonight, and for a while it looked like victory could be within reach. We have some video of some of the excitement earlier tonight. Now, as we mentioned, at halftime they were trailing UConn by 12 points, but then they managed to cut that 12-point deficit to just 5 with 5 minutes left. Unfortunately, that didn't last when the Huskies countered with that 9-0 run. Here's what SDSU's coach, Brian Dutcher, had to say right after the game just a few minutes ago.
We cut it to 5. We were battling, but I mean, this is a really good team that beat us tonight. And like I said, if we find a team that'll beat us, we'll tip our hat to them, and they beat us.
Yeah,
they were the better team, and they're deserving national champs. But I love my team. I love my locker room. I just talked about a brotherhood that we have, that I've been at San Diego State 24 years, so it's a 24-year brotherhood, and this is a group we'll always be proud of. And their family. Juwan Howard's in there. We sat in that same locker room disappointed many years ago, and here he is supporting me. We're family, and once you're family, it is forever. I mean, they're what you want in a college athlete. They're good people. they're good students, and they're good players. And if they're not all three of those, you can't feel good about your effort. I have all that with this team. They represent themselves, their families, and our university with great pride.
And we are all proud of the Aztecs tonight. Still, this was a historic season for the San Diego State program. We will have much more on what the Aztecs accomplished to get to this point tonight later on in the show. Carlo and Marcella.
Thanks, Richard. Yeah, we get to enjoy some of the history of this team now because they built some. It's a program now. It wasn't always a program. Steve Fisher came. He brought Brian Dutcher with him. Fisher would sell tickets. He'd be giving out tickets to build people up.
Quite a turn, right? And now people are clamoring to get
we're
into
at the finals.
games.
Yeah, and you saw the contingent that was there in Houston.
Huge. And, you know, I think we all felt it. There was a collective sigh across San Diego when that final buzzer rang. But nothing can take away, as we've been talking about, what the Aztecs did to get to this game tonight.
Yeah, CBS 8's Jesse Pagan is live at the Courtyard. That's a downtown gathering spot where a lot of fans gather to watch tonight's game. Jesse.
Jesse.
That's
Everybody.
That was Rocio.
Jesse, here's Jesse. Jesse's at the Courtyard. Hey, can you hear us? I know things are fluid, Jesse. What's going on over there?
Hey, Marcella, Carlo, we are across the street right now because we want to give you a look at the Courtyard. Here are some of the guys that were in there. Sport. Those Aztecs fans were in the Courtyard, which is actually closed right now, which is why we're across the street. But you can see it cleared out pretty quickly. But let me tell you guys, maybe 30 minutes ago, before this game ended, 45 minutes ago or so, as the game was wrapping up, those Aztecs fans in there were still hyped up, even though we knew that, you know, the score came down to the very end and we kind of knew where it was going. The confetti was flying for those Huskies. The Aztecs fans here were still hyped up about it. And to them, the biggest part of this all is the fact that their team made history. We've been talking about it for weeks. We've been talking about it all day long. The Aztecs truly made history, even though, I hate to say it, we did not get that championship title. However, that still is what a lot of fans are saying that they are proud of at this point. They're going to welcome their boys home and be proud of them and cheer them on. And hey, we made it farther than we've ever made it before, so we can make it even there and even further next year. Carlo, Marcella?
Thanks so much, Jesse. Yes,
Thanks,
that
Jesse.
seems to be the theme of tonight. You know, it hurt a little bit, but
It's a building block. It's a building block.
Yes.
Sometimes it's a little painful to build.
Yes, and as we've seen, it is always fun to be in a huge crowd cheering on your team with a lot of other fans. And tonight, San Diegans really had their pick of places to watch the game together.
CBS 8's Rocio Del Fe headed to the South Bay to see how the Aztec spirit was spreading. She found a watch party there, and it was pretty raucous and loud. Rocio, can you hear us down there?
I can hear you guys, and check out the fans that are still here at Novo Brazilian Company. These are some really dedicated fans out here tonight.
Hey, SDSU all the way. We're proud of you. Wherever you go. Let's go, SDSU. Let's go.
As you can see, the crowd is still very hype in this moment. Even after that outcome, this is all that really matters, is how much this team meant to these fans, to SDSU, and the entire city of San Diego, really. This is what this program did. This right here is the outcome of such hard work that paid off, and some really happy and thankful fans despite that outcome, of course. But again, this all makes it worth it, and I'm sure that the team has so much to be proud of, especially when they come home later on this week. I'm sure there'll be a crowd of people welcoming them back, because this is it right here. They made all of these guys so proud. Again, some just really dedicated fans out here tonight. It's really hard to hear, so I don't know if you guys are talking to us or not, but again, really dedicated fans. They're just so grateful for this program and everything that they have brought. Again, a historic season, and they're just hoping that the team will come back better than ever to cheer them on again. Back to to you guys.
I love the energy.
Yeah,
even
lots
after
of
the
great
loss,
energy. We'll
right?
see her in the South Bay. Thanks, Rosia. I know she can't hear us too well, so let her go get ready because we're going to be on a little bit later as well. Got to get ready for that.
And I love seeing the little kids in the crowd.
I
They're
know,
just
but
beginning their
it's bad.
It is late. It is late.
No, I'm the parent in me. I just can't help myself. Okay, we know that so many of you are disappointed. Still, I mean, everybody's looking at the bright side, I think, tonight. Most of the people we've seen, they have been too crestfallen. The faces right at the end of the game in Viejas Arena, that's a little different. That's like right as it ended and the reality set in. But people are cheering up. But disappointment did spread all around San Diego tonight. Tonight's loss did hit a little harder in and around the SDSU campus.
CBS 8's Jasmine Ramirez is on the campus of San Diego State tonight. Jasmine, again, we're sure that there are a lot of sad students, but you know, the team made it this far, and that right there is cause for celebration.
Oh, exactly, Marcella, Carlo. We're here at Dirty Birds in the college area, and let me tell you, it was standing room only, so packed here with everyone holding their breath throughout that game. There's still quite a few people. Not everyone has left despite that loss, but we just want to describe the excitement that was here. Just everyone so passionate about seeing this team make it so far this year, a really historic season. And I am joined here live with the general manager. Describe what it's been like the past few games.
Amazing. I mean, we're talking about Super Bowl busy. It's out of control. The Aztec spirit's awesome. I think it's great for the city of San Diego.
And you said you've lived in San Diego about 25 years. So just as a San Diegan, to see the Aztecs make it to the championship game, what has that been like for you?
Well, unfortunately, I'm not an Aztec, but I can tell you that I know a lot of them, and this has been the run has been amazing. I know the city is thirsty for a championship, and it was surreal, to be perfectly honest with you.
And I know that so many people just keep saying how proud they are to see the team make it this far, and it also just makes them really excited going into next year, hoping that the Aztecs can pull something like this off again. I'm going to go ahead and send things back to you all in the studio.
Again, just the energy, people jumping up and down. I love it.
The energy and the commerce. Good business for people around SDSU. A lot of students out there spending money. Jasmine Ramirez reported for us. Thanks, Jasmine.
And I think there are going to be a lot of people tired tomorrow in school and at work.
There's going to be a lot of empty seats tomorrow in class and at some places of employment,
Well
too.
deserved, though. All right, stay with us for your news of the day and some more post-game reaction from Houston.
Our coverage continues right after this break.